Okay, why don't we get started? My name is Dave Mason. I'm from iFound Agent, and if you're in the Putting Your Business on the Fast Track webinar, you are in the right place. So today we're going to actually look at a simple software to help you achieve your goals. My background actually is in real estate. I was in real estate for about 12 years. I started when I was 22, or actually even 21. I was still in college. There was no internet. Computers just started to come out on the scene. And I took a couple classes. One was I took a database class. It was actually Joe Stump before it was by referral only. And, I just kind of got my head wrapped around, databases and how that can work, how that could work in your business. Wasn't quite sure what to do with it. Went to a CRS class and they just started talking about postcards. And this was at a time when the world was flat and people, they were mailing letters, and everybody would tell you that's what you're supposed to do. So I kind of put two and two together, but I needed a database. So in order to get the database, I would drive around in my car and just write the addresses down. This took me about 3 months. I had 7,000 or 8,000 addresses that I had to put in one at a time into my database, and then I would mail a postcard. And within 2 years, I picked up this plaque over here, 100% Club. I think it was in the top 10%. Anyway, not bad for somebody that at the time I could not even lead a silent prayer. In fact, when I told people I was going into real estate, they couldn't believe it. Dave, you're going to have to talk to people. You're shy. I'd hear things like that, or, the postcard program. That's not going to work. So I really invite you just to really listen to this webinar anew. You never know, how things will come together for you. I went to 2 different seminars back early in my career, and that made a huge difference for me, and just kept an open mind. We are going to see something revolutionary. Our company is revolutionizing real estate agent results with a very unique software integration between IDX software and a CRM. And we'll get in, if you don't know what that is exactly right now, you will by the end of the webinar. This webinar does move quickly. It's we're all busy, so we're going to get it all done in a short amount of time. All right, so let's looking for a better way to stay in touch. This was actually my front door one day. I thought it was kind of funny, but that's really what we're going to be uncovering here. Again, I'm from iFound Agent, and we've been doing in Phoenix with Armless. Well over 5 years with our IDX solution. So we're not new at this, and we've been doing this for quite a long time. So to get started, everybody take out a piece of paper, and I'm going to ask you some questions. We're going to give you a little bit of time to work on this. So really, my question is, what are your monthly goals? That could be, I want to have 5 sales. I want to make $15,000 a month. Whatever that is for you, write that down on a piece of paper. And I think everyone's kind of seen this Harvard Business School study, about setting clear written goals. So only 3% of the students had goals and plans. 13% had goals, but they were not in writing, and 84% had no specific goals. 10 years later, the class was interviewed again. 13% of the class who had goals were earning on average twice as much as the 84%. And the 3% who had written goals on average was earning 10 times as much as the other 97%. So, very important to be clear on, especially in real estate, we can get caught up in a lot of details, and there's just a lot of stuff going on, really monitoring, what it is that we're after. So again, write down your number, and then the action steps are just the actions that you will take every month to hit that goal. So it might be, I need to make 20 calls a day, or I'm going to knock on, 25 doors a week, or whatever that action plan is for you. I do a good email campaign, Facebook advertising, whatever that is, just write that down. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes. We'll take 2 minutes. We'll do that. And then we'll move on to the next piece. I'm actually going to unmute everybody so you guys have questions. It's just,
you see it, okay. Sí, ya veo acá.
all right, so now turn the piece of paper over. Now I want you to write down what are your justifications for not hitting your goals. So you might have conversations in your head like, I'm not tech savvy. I'm tired. I don't have enough money. I don't have any leads. I'm confused. Maybe I'm not good at technology. Whatever that is that would get in the way of you hitting your goal, just write that down, and then we'll move on to the next part of this.
Because it was about creating ads for Facebook, and it's from a website that I wanted to buy the.
Okay, so I'm actually going to mute. I'm hearing some background conversation. Things changed in the blink of an eye. I remember this was actually my Palm Trio, and then the iPhone came out, and things just changed. And that's kind of what our technology really is about. This is kind of a business school 101. You've got the smart axis, not so smart, hard to use, easy to use. And really, if you look at what's available to agents right now, it's really not that easy. It's confusing. It's not complete. It's scattered. We really have a solution that really puts everything together. And, but most importantly, it's easy. You don't have to be a technology expert. We have an agent. I'll just call her Cindy. I don't want to embarrass anyone, but I met her. She was absolutely terrifyingly horrible with technology. And within 15 minutes, she was using the system, just a little bit of training. Another agent, call her Barb, half an hour. I mean, just really, really, really horrible on her computer. I mean, even just sending an email was a challenge with an attachment. Half an hour, she was up and running. So it really does cater to, people that aren't tech savvy and, are really looking for a plan that's simple to follow. So again, problem with marketing for agents: don't have enough time, not tracking leads, not staying in touch with clients, not really sure what you're supposed to do. I mean, everyone's coming at you with everything. You're supposed to do this, and this. There's no training, there's no support, and there's no system. I was on a lead generation website. They sell leads to agents all over the country, fairly large. And then I thought this was interesting. This was on their homepage. In 6 months, I've generated 267 leads and converted 8 leads into 8 listings. And according to my MLS, another 20% of those leads ended up with another agent because I didn't follow up. And that's a tragedy, because that didn't have to be like that. And you'll see how simple that could have been with what we're going to take a look at. One of the things you want to do is to build your brand. Tough to do on MLS when you're sending things out. They don't let you put your own branding. And what you really want to do is to start bringing people back to your own product, your own brand, your own website. So, kind of the first step in, getting started online is, just putting content online. But what do you write about and why? Typically content writing takes too long. What do you write about? Really, what there is to write about is properties. Consumers are looking for properties. So there's 2 ways to go about this. And really, if you're setting up a search for a client on our system, you can actually not only set up a search, but actually create something that can be found in the search engines. So I just want to back up a little bit. I kind of stepped over. We don't need to write about, as an example, home staging tips or mortgage tips. These might be good for a newsletter. Maybe a client just needs information on something, but to write, there have been a lot of experts that say, here's how you get found online. You won't. You look at any type of, like, if you Google home staging tips, it's HGTV and, big companies, bankrate.com. You're not going to get found for that. So how to get found is to set up searches on your site that can get found in these search engines. So, when somebody looks for, this was an actual demo I did with somebody. They had a client who needed a horse property in 85260. So we set the search up. and it ended up in the Google search. Now somebody else who the agent may not even know may be able to find the property. So let's take a look at that. So again, here's a search: most expensive golf homes in 85255. I can see that the first result here is housesScottsdaleArizona.com, which is actually the demo site we're going to be working on. So you could have a client that's looking for golf properties. You could set up a search, which we're going to do. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do 4 different things in just a click. So let's go to we're going to go to the dashboard. This is my test website, and let's set up. We're going to create a new search. So I'm going to log in. So we just logged into the dashboard. That's the back side of this website, and I'm going to create a new post. So we're going to do guard gated homes in 85260 under 900,000. Now we're going to click on, this is our custom software, this little blue house. We're going to click on that, and the zip code is 85260. Price range, will just go from 500 to, we said max was 900, maybe we'll go to, we'll just keep it at 900. And now we need to get a criteria. I believe that is in community features. So let's go select guarded entry, okay. And I'm going to pick a category that's in Scottsdale. Now, as soon as I click publish, 3 things have already happened. One is I'm making a search for my client. I'm creating a piece of content that can be found in Google, just like this search shows up in Google search engine. This is how you get found online as well. And I'm going to send this out to social media, all in one click. So let's publish that, and let's just see what happens. Let's go to the blog. There's the search. And I can see I've got 11 results, and I can now send this to my client. So I have a couple options. I can just copy and paste the link and then put it in my email program, but it's actually even easier on our system. All I have to do is click this envelope, and it's going to open up. I gotta log in. There we go. So here's the link, and now I can either send it immediately to my client, schedule it for later, or offer it as a recurring. Now this is where things can get real interesting in terms of strategy. So I just want to go over what we just did in a very short amount of time. So I created a piece of content that can be found in the search engines. I made a search for my client, and I also sent out content to social media. So if I go, let's just go to Twitter, for example. And here's my post that I just did. And that's how easy it can be. Really, really simple. So, strategy. What can I do with this? Well, I was a student at Joe Stump by referral only, and I understand the value of referrals, staying in touch with my past clients. So let's just say I sold somebody a house in Desert Ridge that had 4 bedrooms, and I want to stay in touch with them. So let's just make a real simple touch point that I can stay in touch with my client, give them what they want to see. People are always interested in what their houses are selling for. So I'm going to create that search, and I'm going to create the closed listings. Let's create that from or click that off of active. Subdivision is Desert Ridge. Let's do 4 bedrooms. And we need to pick the close date. And we just want for the last 6 months. Let's put that in the search. I'll just pick a category, and I now have a sold search. So that's going to be on my website. Now again, this is all searchable content that can be found on the website. So someone else in Google that's looking for what their homes are selling for, they can find this post. You may get a listing out of it. And I'm now going to send this to my client. I'm going to set it up as a recurring email, and I want them to get this post every 30 days. So I want to stay in front of my client, and I want them to remember me, because nothing is worse than, I've done it, drive by a house that you sold and someone else's sign is sitting there. That's my bad. I didn't stay in touch. So I can only blame myself. So this way I have a reliable strategy. I never have to reset it. These searches automatically update. They don't disappear after 45 days. And the client does not have to opt in. So it just makes things real simple. So, all right, so let's just, let's get back to the outline here. Facebook landing pages. So maybe you want to do some marketing on Facebook. Well, again, I can set up categories of ideas for targeting. Let's talk about what you can do or what I've seen our clients doing, but there's ways to really make focused searches to do marketing. So you might have homes for sale with no HOA, or homes for sale with seller financing. Snowbirds are still coming in. Golf course homes in Mesa under 400,000. Guard gated homes for sale in Troon. Homes for sale on a cul-de-sac in Phoenix. Historic homes for sale in Phoenix. So you can really, whatever your target is, you can make landing pages quickly. You might have homes on the, like they did this one. This is a landing page. I took off the sidebar, which you can do in a click. If you want to take the sidebar off, I can just click here, save, done. Or maybe you want it on there because it's, it has some calls to action on it. But this is a link that I can take and now go into my fan page or wherever I want to post this on my fan page. And I can publish it. And now I can boost the post if I want. So, I've added, you can add you can add whatever you want, adding a contact form. Anyway, very easy to do. We have tons of video. We have a full support team if you have questions on how to do it. But the main thing is you can make this stuff quickly. It doesn't have to take a ton of time to create a landing page. You can spend hours and spend a lot of money, just putting together a very, simple landing page like this. So again, yeah, it's, the way we do our integrated IDX and CRM really just opens up a whole new world of possibilities. You can set up searches, I like the Ronco guys, set it and forget it. I mean, really, that's really what, the software is about. It's got to be simple. I mean, nothing I did here took more than 2 minutes, to set up. It is costing you not having a reliable system. If you're not staying in touch, it is costing you. So you don't want to be like this guy who just drove by a listing and saw someone else's sign up from a past client. So, having a reliable system will make you more money. If you sign up today, you'll get 2 months of free hosting. And we just launched a listing lead generation tool, which is normally $20 a month. And that is free. And it's also a great way to generate listing leads. And it looks, you can customize, but it's a simple form. It's designed to, people can get a quick valuation on their property. And so I've just captured an address, and here's how you can capture, name, email, phone number to get improved valuation. So very simple. Now you can take, again, you can take this link and, it's something that you can market on Facebook as well, include in drip campaigns, very effective in getting, those listing leads. All right. So you can get started on our system for as little as $199 for a website that you own. There's no contracts, no commitments, and if you need, payments to work out, we can do that as well. Normally, the IDX and CRM are $104. Today, it's $89 a month. Again, there's no contracts on any of that. So, if you're interested, you can email me at davem@ifoundagent.com, or you can call me. Actually, I should have put my phone number in here at 602-405-0596. And I'd be happy to, if you have more questions, we can, do a further demo. So now I just want to open it up. I'm going to unmute everybody. If there's any questions on anything I did, I'm from New York, so sometimes I can talk too fast. So anyway, everyone's unmuted. If you have any questions, now's the time. Hello? Well, anyway, I appreciate you guys showing up for the webinar. You will be getting a recording of this in about 2 hours. So again, I just want to thank you for attending, and have a great day. Thanks.